Right. And then what happens? Oh.
It's flying away.
Yeah, I see them. They're gone now.
It comes more. It came more.
I see.
Watch, Daddy. Bye, clothes. Kitchen.
Okay.
How are you? Can you give Nora a kiss and a hug?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I can't crash.
Oh, you're gonna crash. What is this?
Popcorn tire.
A pirate? I've never seen that. Touch it?
Ah! I wonder what color sword Ethan will take.
I want blue. Please.
Love it. Is it gonna spin?
No.
No, it's
Hop out.
It's gonna pop out?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm scared.
Hop out.
Okay.
I want red. Red, please. Please, Mommy.
Okay.
Look at my pile.
I see. It's a pile of.
Amazing. Why not?
Maybe this one.
Maybe.
Me.
Okay.
Gotta get a view. He's trained.
That is great.
Oh,
This is my better side.
that's
He's doing wonderful. Oh,
too
so neat.
cold.
If you didn't know him, would you think he was autistic?
No.
Pop out.
It did.
Okay. Watch.
You gonna pop again? Ask Nora what color she wants.
My blue.
You need to ask her what she wants.
You want?
What do I want? I want yellow, please.
Okay. Well,
Thanks.
Ask Nora what color she wants.
he wants
Is that what color she wants?
no blue.
Is that you need to ask
You
her?
can ask me.
Blue.
No, I don't want blue.
He don't want it. You like red?
How do you know? Did you ask her?
You like red?
Sure. Thank you so much. This is not a good game for me. I startle so easily.
I was a new therapist when I met Ethan, and I was following Amy, who was his speech therapist, and the only thing that he would respond to was a Mickey Mouse thing that you pushed and it twirled around like this, trying to get that eye contact, trying to get anything that would engage him, even if it was this toy that would spin and spin and spin. That's where we were at. So, and I remember the first time that I got language out of him was with that puzzle. In fact, you came into the session like the next session, and I said, look at this. And then it was like the apple, and there was a train, and just one day, out of the blue, he started labeling these puzzle pieces. And it's just so amazing because you never know when it's going to happen. So you just keep going on with your therapy and just keep hoping. And then there's that moment, and ever since then, he just progressed.
So a lot of people say that these kids are actually recording all this language, but it's stuck. And to
Right.
me, to overnight suddenly be able to name 4 or 5 things.
Right. What
like-
is it? Why?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I don't think I have the answer.
He's got to be recording it though.
Yeah, oh, I truly believe that because there's so many times too when kids will be just silent in my sessions and the parents will get so frustrated, but then they leave and they go home to where they feel safe, and then blah, 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 blah. And the parents will come back and say, oh, you know, they were saying this word or that word that we might have been focusing on, but they weren't ready to say it yet. And in the swing, of course, that was the only other time we could get eye contact from him, was when he had that intense rotary movement.
When's the last time you saw him? How long ago?
It was, well, his 3rd birthday. You know, now he's answering questions. Well, why do you think that happened? You know, oh, it's broken. You have the reasoning going on now, you know, that his brain is working through all that, and it's amazing. I mean, it truly is. To take someone from such a low stage, you know, all the way up, and it's great. But, you know, a lot of it is family. and his environment that he's in, because there's so many kids that you have that you work with, and if they don't have the environment in their family to support them, you don't see the progress. There is
upset.
one thing that I say, and it's that if you want your child to change, you have to change. And I think that's the biggest thing, is because they come in thinking, okay, here's my child, change my child, something's wrong, but they don't realize that your child learns from you. And so if you want them to change, you're gonna have to change. And I think that's the hardest thing for parents to learn. And how do they change? And really coaching them and teaching them along that way is something that I'm still learning the finesses to, you know, because as a therapist, you can get in there and do your thing, but to bring the parent in with you, it's hard. I mean, it takes a relationship with them and a back and forth, and so that's been a challenge, but a good one, because I think that's the most important thing, is helping the family learn to interact, because they're with them the whole time. You're there for what, 2 hours out of the week?
Right.
In terms of his progress of when he started talking, and then how quickly the language started coming was good. You know, I mean, when I compare that to some other kids, their progress may not have been as fast. Like, they may have started talking, but then it's kind of slow going. Whereas I think with Ethan, it was just like, you know, labeling, then 2-word phrases, then 3-word phrases, then 4-word phrases, you know. So I think, yeah, I mean, I think compared to some other ones, he definitely progressed faster once he did start.
And now you see him a year later.
Yeah.
What is that like? I mean,
It's bizarre, you know? I mean, just looking at him, and he's like a little person now that can communicate what he wants. I mean, he told me he had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, he's potty trained. I remember him in diapers. You know? I mean, those are big things. I remember you guys, when you left, you were saying he doesn't comment on anything that is out of the room. Like, he wasn't telling you he's hungry, and those were really big things for you guys. That he would only comment on things that were right by him, and he's now out of that concrete stage, and he's able to think about things that he can't necessarily see. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Now that you've told me this, it's like, you know, I want to do more research on it so that so that I can bring it up to parents. Because right now I'd bring it up and I wouldn't have the knowledge to back up what I'm saying, I don't think. But for me, it's like, if there's something out there that can explain it better and that can lead to something that can sort of cure it, I mean, cure it in remission, so to speak, I guess, why not? I mean, there's one pet peeve that I've always had, and it was when I went to IEP meetings, and the special ed teachers would be sitting there, and they'd want to give the kid the diagnosis of autism. And it was like, I've worked with this child, there's something wrong, yes, but I don't know that he's autistic. You know, I don't know that I can put that label on him. And they'll say, oh, well, you know, well, once autistic, always autistic. It's like, well, that's kind of why I asked you. Well, can this make the autism go away? Because a lot of these teachers are so big on, well, you know, they're autistic for life. It's like, well, what if they get diagnosed autistic and they're not autistic, or they are and they have this viral that's causing it, this virus that's causing it? So I don't know. I mean, it's also interesting. I just can't stand people that think inside this little box and won't, you know, jump out of it to consider something else. It's just naive.
Yeah.
Remember Ethan kind of always seeming like have little bags under his eyes, now that you say that. You know? He did. Isn't that funny? He's doing really